What's up, everyone? Today on People Now, it's the final day. Official royal life is over for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. We have details.
Gwyneth Paltrow is cooking for a cause, and we can't get enough.
Staying at home with Lea Michele. She is showing us how she's finding peace in isolation.
Fashion designer Rachel Zoe gives tips on how you can look cute from home and how she's keeping the kids busy.
Plus, Watch What Happens Live host Andy Cohen reuniting with his son after recovering from coronavirus.
That and more, live today on People Now. Let's go. Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to People Now. I'm Andrea Boehlke here in Wisconsin. Jeremy's in New York. How's it going, Jeremy?
Hey, yeah, I'm Jeremy Parsons here in New York. Going well. We're watching Ozark, season 3. You should check it out. I don't know if you've gotten on that or not, but it's pretty good.
Wait, Jeremy, did I tell you that I'm a cook now? I made a quiche for my family.
What?
Yes.
I'm going to need the family to come on and give testimony confirming.
Okay. Mom, come here. I made a quiche. I don't cook at all in New York because I live by myself. Mom, this is my mom, Linda Boehlke. How was the quiche?
Hey, Mama Boehlke.
Good. I'm so proud of her.
Oh, and it tasted good too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Now we can get her to do dishes.
All right. Anyway, it's new me.
Yeah, well, hey, there's a lot coming up. By the way, we should check it with your mom more often because that's great. She does painting too. We should show the paintings.
All right, there's a lot to get to today. Here's what you need to know and what's trending today, starting with this.
All right, well, guys, it is officially here. March 31st marks Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's exit from royal life. The last few weeks as working royals were a whirlwind, including a historic summit between the Queen, Prince Charles, Prince William, and Prince Harry to iron out details of the exit, and a final mini royal tour in the UK that saw the Duke and Duchess of Sussex visit their key patronages. In January, the couple made the groundbreaking announcement that they would be stepping down as senior working royals. And as of April 1st, they will officially start their new lives outside of the royal realm.
On Monday, Meghan and Harry shared their last post on their joint Instagram page at Sussex Royal, which launched in April of 2019. In that final post, the couple thanked their followers for their support and encouraged them to take care of themselves and each other.
But of course, and not surprisingly, they may not be off social media for long. They ended the lengthy caption of that post writing, "We look forward to reconnecting with you soon." I mean, we're definitely going to see personal accounts, I'm certain, Andrea, right? Or some sort of new joint account.
I think so, because everyone wants to see the pictures of baby Archie. So I'm imagining that they're going to do their personal accounts.
And I just want to see them strolling around LA, having a coffee on the sidewalk like normal people.
Super normal. Even though Meghan and Harry, who recently moved to Los Angeles with their 10-month-old son Archie, will be inactive, a spokesperson for them stated on Monday that their Sussex Royal website and Instagram account will remain in existence online for the foreseeable future. The spokesperson also added that for the next few months, the couple will focus on their family and continue to support and work with their pre-existing charitable commitments while developing their future nonprofit organization.
All right, Savannah Guthrie made her return to the Today Show studio after reporting from home for 2 weeks. Guthrie posted this sweet selfie with co-host Hoda Kotb. She captioned it, "Reunited," and followed it with a series of hearts.
Guthrie was advised to work from home after she had a runny nose and a mild sore throat in mid-March. Guthrie told Kotb Tuesday morning, quote, "It feels good to be in the same room. I wish we were closer like we used to snuggle up," referencing the new social distancing guidelines there. Regardless, she seems really happy to be back.
Yeah, Guthrie also joked that fitting into a tight dress was not easy after wearing loungewear for 2 weeks. She said, quote, "You know how hard it was to not put on sweatpants this morning? Is it going to zip up or is it not after 2 weeks of elastic pants?" She's been posting a series of comfy looks on her Instagram as well as some comfort snacks. I've been doing coffee and little green shake in the mornings, and then I just go crazy with, I've eaten bags of Fritos. It's crazy.
I've been having a lot of popcorn and cheese. I mean, I am in Wisconsin, so cheese is...
That's a given, right?
Here. But, I make popcorn, and then I, shred some cheese on top of it, but I can't have that as my dinner every night. Yeah. So I'm going to have to mix it up.
I do agree, though. I'm loving, the sweatpants. This is just, workout pants, you know?
Leggings every day. All right, now moving on to this. Reunited at last, and it feels so good. On Monday night, Andy Cohen was finally back with his 1-year-old son, Ben, after Andy was quarantined due to a positive coronavirus diagnosis. The Bravo host shared a sweet picture on his Instagram with the caption, "I've hosted reunions for years, but yesterday's was the best one yet." I mean, Jeremy, I can't imagine being separated from a 1-year-old for a week. I mean, I'm so glad they finally got to be back together.
It really is some of the most heartbreaking stories coming out of this whole thing are people being separated from their kids. A lot of the workers at hospitals are not going close to their children and their families so that they don't possibly carry something home. We're also seeing that with elderly people, right? All these stories, all these videos of people looking through windows at each other. Let's talk more about this, though. On Monday's episode of Andy's show, Andy Cohen Live, Andy revealed he's feeling better and he's on the mend after he went public with his diagnosis on March 20th. He went into details of his symptoms as well. Those included a fever, tightness in his chest, a cough, aches and pains throughout the body, exhaustion, chills, and a total loss of smell and appetite, which is something we've been hearing about more and more. He also discussed his plans to reunite with his son after doctors gave him the all clear. He told listeners, quote, "2 doctors said it would be safe to see him yesterday, and I freaked out on Saturday night, worried. So I was like, you know what? Let me just add a day to that."
Now, Monday night also marked Andy's return to his talk show, Watch What Happens Live. The show is done via web chat with guests Jerry O'Connell and Real Housewives stars Lisa Rinna and Nene Leakes. Andy shared an Instagram story of the video chat in progress, calling the new at-home broadcast a, quote, experiment in low-tech late-night programming. Well, it's our new normal, Andy, so buckle up. Now, we think it looks good. He was originally meant to bring the show back last week, but had to postpone after learning of his coronavirus diagnosis. Well, we're really glad to see Andy feeling better and that he got to reunite with his adorable son, Ben.
All right, Gwyneth Paltrow is cooking for a cause. The actress posted this video on Instagram on Monday of herself giving fans a quick cooking lesson to support a New York food charity. Paltrow showcases her skills, making a delicious-looking vegetarian paella.
In the caption, she calls attention to the New York City nonprofit God's Love and their need for donations. Paltrow says the organization cooks and home delivers medically tailored meals to individuals living with serious illness. And she writes, "This post is for you, NYC. God's Love needs our help right now to be there for their clients through the coronavirus pandemic."
Paltrow then directs her followers to a website to donate. She ends her caption by thanking Michael Kors for tagging her in the hashtag #WhoAreYouCookingFor challenge before nominating a few of her own friends.
And today's story to make you smile comes from an 84-year-old Nona outside of Rome who will teach you how to make pasta. Does anything sound better than that?
No, it doesn't. Nona Narina typically hosts cooking classes in person, but since Italy is now under strict quarantine, the cooking master has taken her skills to the internet, and she's been streaming her 2-hour classes for people around the world. Really cool.
Nona is only available for classes on the weekends, making fettuccine with tomato sauce and cannelloni. Her granddaughter hosts classes during the week for other pasta variations. I mean, Jeremy, now that I told you about my quiche making skills, this is something I definitely should look into.
Yeah, making your own pasta, you could really get in there and be like master chef on the way out of this thing. It'd be wild. All right, classes are around $50 if you're interested. People who sign up are sent a list of ingredients and tools needed for the class the week before. But if you want to sign up, you got to hurry because classes are already sold out through the end of April. All right, stay with us. Singer-songwriter JP Saxe shares with us how he celebrated his birthday while in self-isolation. Plus, Lea Michele is exclusively showing us how she's staying busy and finding her peace while staying at home.
All right, we are so excited to be joined now by fashion designer and now stay-at-home mom and teacher, Rachel Zoe. How's it going, Rachel? How are you holding up with the kids?
I am holding up. I think, it's one of those things. Every time I sort of want to start complaining in my mind, I have to completely stop because, I think just given everything happening in the world, I just feel blessed that right now we're at home and we're healthy and just trying to I think like everybody else, just trying to figure out our new normal.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's kind of trying to figure out their routine and their schedule and try to stay sane as much as we can. What does your day-to-day look like now that you kind of have settled into a routine?
I would say my day-to-day is, bedtime has kind of gone out the window. Everyone's going to sleep later. I just have insomnia from just the world and life. So I am going to bed really late and getting up really early, but then it's, breakfast, set the kids up for their sort of daily schedules as far as school goes. I really have to play teacher a lot. And then I'm jumping into our home office and doing video calls. And, every morning we have an all hands, all team meeting to just kind of check on everyone and see how everything's going. Some people are in bathrobes. Some people are fully dressed. I think it's like everybody's just trying to figure out what makes them feel the most normal and sane in this insanity, I think.
Do you find that you need to have a sort of rigid schedule? A lot of people are trying to figure out, especially parents, their schedule. So what kind of works for your family?
For school, I think that, I would say that one of my children needs more structure than the other, but in all fairness, he's older. I think structure is important. So every day the teacher sends something of, you know, this is what we want to do today. And it's social studies and math and but I will say, I think with the at-home schooling, they're a little more lenient in terms of, you know, what you can finish today, great. And if you can't finish it tomorrow, try and figure out your own pace as you do this. Some kids need more and some kids need less. So I am finding that a schedule is better. Trying to create our schedule and then giving them time in the middle of the day as they would in school to kind of have recess, you know, and kind of move their bodies, because I think that's so important for kids.
And I saw on Instagram you posted a sweet tribute to Sky, your oldest, just turned 9.
Yes.
So what did you do to celebrate?
We tried to get a little bit creative, and I baked a cake. He requested half chocolate, half vanilla frosting and all that. And then we did at 2:00, I had all of his closest friends call in on a Zoom call. And we all sang happy birthday while he blew the candles out. And then we went around to all his friends about like what their favorite thing is about Sky, why he's their friend, or what they love about him. And so we did what we could to make it feel special. But I will say, you know, I guarantee that he will forever remember that his 9th birthday was during the coronavirus, and tell his kids, and, you know, the same way our parents tell us about, you know, war times, or our grandparents, you know, I think that'll be something that, you know, I think it'll just be a thing that he'll always remember. For better, for worse, I think it'll be a thing that he can, you know, talk about. Remember.
Yeah, and he'll be able to cherish the time that he got to spend with his family as well. Ooh, hello, how's it going?
Good. The person who has the 9th birthday was me.
Okay, did you have a good birthday?
Uh-huh.
How was the cake? I heard it was a really good cake.
It was really good. My mom made half and half with like M&Ms in the middle. She made a 9 out of dark chocolate squares, and she made my name out of white chocolate squares.
Okay, that's great. What is your favorite thing about your mom?
About that she can multitask a lot, and that she gives me a lot of love, and she's very kind and patient.
Oh, I love that.
Well, and that's a wrap. I mean, I was trying to hold out that he wasn't here for as long as possible, but there isn't really a moment where one or both is not like around me at this point. So
yeah, you could hang out, Sky. I have to say though, you look gorgeous for working from home. I love the outfit, the hair, you look incredible. Why do you think it's important to still dress up at least a little bit, or, you know, put on something other than pajamas?
Well, I think for me, I think especially like when I'm talking to my team, or today I'm talking to you, I'm gonna try and shoot some things later in my closet, because a lot of my social media family is asking me to sort of give them tips on how to dress at home. My boys, on the other hand, have been in pajamas all day, every day, because they kind of love that this is just every day is pajama day. And I'm fine with it. But for me, I think, you know, I think putting on like a 5-minute face, like whatever that is for you, like, you know, a tinted lip balm, concealer, some mascara, for me, that just makes me feel human. I mean, it's exhibit 2.
Oh, there you go. Hello.
Exhibit 2.
I love the matching PJs.
What do you say, Kai? Kai, can you say good morning?
Good morning.
What's your name? Announce yourself.
Nice. What's your name?
Okay, guys.
Hi.
Caius, how old are you?
6.
Wow. So 6 and 9. You guys are getting old.
You believe it? Caius, do you want to sing your wash your hands song so everybody who's watching this knows how long to wash their hands for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
When you spend your happy day doing things like work or play, is there something you should do before you're on your way? Breathe, stop, and think. There are germs that you can't see. Wash your hands. Let the couple do their dance. Scrub a dust. Now you're in the Canaan's club. And it needs to take as long as it takes to sing that song.
I love it. That's very important. You should be watching it for about 20 seconds, so that song's perfect. They're so adorable.
This is my norm. This is my norm. This is me on design calls, morning meetings.
I love it. I'm curious for you, how has this all affected your job, the fashion industry? What kind of things are you noticing there, and how are you kind of pushing through?
I mean, I think so many people and businesses are just getting so hurt right now. I mean, I think for us, you know, we are just really trying to, I think ahead and try and really be smart about the decisions we make and take care of our teams and things like that, you know. But I think, you know, I think everybody just has to try and adjust to whatever, you know, damage, impact this is causing for them. But I can pretty much say that every single one of my friends, and I would say 90% of my friends, have their own businesses or work for small businesses, and there isn't anyone who isn't impacted. Some have lost their jobs, you know. I mean, I think it's just a catastrophically sad time right now. It really just is. I think there's no sugarcoating that, you know. I have so many friends in like event planning, catering, things like that. I mean, they're getting so hurt right now.
Yeah, and we're all kind of doing our best to give back and everything. Before we go, Caius and Skylar, I want to know, favorite thing about staying home with mommy? What's one of your favorite activities?
You have to use your real voice, your 6-year-old voice.
We get to be in pajamas, we get to do projects at home, and we get to go on bike rides. And grow crystals. And we've also been wearing pajamas all day, like most people have. And also we use stencil, we drew on our shirts. Mm-hmm. We went on a bunch of bike rides, walks,
baking.
Yeah, baking. We planted stuff, and yeah, like that.
Mommy's cooking.
Very busy.
Yeah.
What about mommy?
Oh yeah, she made pizza without yeast.
Yeah, I didn't have yeast, and Skylar challenged me to make pizza, and I was like, I'll try, and it actually was really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you. So good to talk to you.
All right, everybody. Today is Tuesday. You know what that means? Taco Tuesday. Of course. You can still celebrate this delicious day of the week while staying at home. We've got the perfect recipe that is going to amplify your Taco Tuesday beyond just the tacos. Take a look at this.
This grilled guacamole takes all the flavors of the traditional version, but amplifies it times 10.
Your first ingredient is avocado. Second is ripe fresh tomatoes. Third ingredient is red onion. Fourth is a jalapeno. And fifth is fresh lime. So you're gonna take one red onion and quarter it. Take 2 limes, cut them in half, and 4 avocados pitted. So you're gonna rub the surface of the avocados with olive oil, as well as all the vegetables, and then place them on the grill for about 5 minutes. They're gonna get all charred and smoky and get those great grill lines, which is going to get great flavor. Once they're a little cooled, chop up the tomatoes, chop up the onion into small pieces, chop up the jalapeno into bite-sized little chunks, scoop out the avocado, squeeze your charred lime on top, and then with a fork, mash it all together. Season with salt, pepper, and mix it all together, and then serve with tortilla chips.
Putting vegetables on the grill really intensifies their flavor. So when you do that for the guacamole, the whole thing just sings beautifully.
And if you're looking for even more creative ways to spice up your Taco Tuesday, we've got just the recipe for you. Melissa Peterman, we love her. She walked me through her recipe for Mexican pizza back in 2017. It is so delicious, we thought it deserved a little throwback.
First step, what do we do?
You're gonna take some refried black beans.
Okay.
You're gonna put them in this bowl. And these ones are not canned. These are actually just real refried black beans.
Okay, real deal, okay.
Okay, and then you add a little salsa, so put that in there.
Okay.
And you're gonna stir that up, get it real smooth and soft, and that's gonna be sort of our base. Instead of a tomato sauce, that's gonna be the base of the pizza. Now you can put, I like a little cumin
Okay, yep.
in there for a
I know
little
all
like.
about that. That stuff's strong though. Okay, so
Well,
I know that from being in the kitchen with my wife.
This is
She always
actually
warns me.
concentrated cumin. It's like
perfect.
extra strong. Now you're gonna spread that on top of your pizza dough. Now you can use a
whole thing?
Yes, you can use the whole thing. You can use a pre-made dough. You can use real dough. Make your own dough.
Ooh, we get dough at Trader Joe's, and we love. You can get the wheat or the
or the white, and the kids love to do this. It's so much fun for them to do. So spread it out real thin. So once you get that on there, this is just all about layering, and you can add ingredients. Take some of these out on your taste. You can add some chicken if you had it. You could add anything.
Is this mild salsa, or do you go a little
pico de gallo. I like a fresh pico de gallo on top. So spread that out. You do that. I feel like I want you to do stuff. Like I don't feel like I want to work right now.
Fine, I like that.
Okay.
I'm just here for your commands, whatever you like.
You can make your own and then sprinkle some Roma tomatoes if you want.
Does that seem nice?
That's so pretty. Look at you.
Can I sprinkle these with my hands?
That's like a work of art.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. So there we go.
Okay, some scallions.
So far we got a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah, it's a lot. I like to keep the acidity real high.
Yeah, right. This smells so good.
Okay, it smells good. A little jalapeno. Now, if it's for kids, I like a lot, and my 11-year-old loves spicy, so I can do that. Black olives.
Yep, my wife doesn't like these, but you can obviously supplement any of these things.
Well, I'm not your wife, so I like them, so put them on.
To be clear. All right.
Lots of cheese. You can use queso fresca. You can use cheddar, sharp cheddar. You can use any kind you want. I love to load it on.
Yeah, me too.
And again, if you had a rotisserie chicken laying around, you could shred some of that up. You can put some ground beef.
How about that guac?
This is for later.
Okay.
I put that on top afterwards.
So we take this.
Let me do this.
Okay,
I've always.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, here we go. And you're gonna open the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, it's magic.
I got here early and already put one in. And here we go. Now what? Oh, that is so good. Now cut it up. You can do it in like little triangles, and then I like to serve it with little guac and more tomatoes or salsa.
Oh, you want to put more tomatoes in it because we didn't do that yet.
You can use sour cream, shredded up lettuce, a little guac, and then I like to put them out. You can layer on top and eat it, and it's delicious.
And what Taco Tuesday would be complete without an ice-cold margarita? Well, this recipe might not be ice-cold, but it is sure to satisfy your margarita craving. Watch.
You love margaritas, you love cake, why not put them together in a delicious dessert?
This cake is super unique and it's crazy festive. I serve it on the weekends, I serve it on Taco Tuesday, whatever you're in the mood for.
Stir together 1 package of white store-bought cake mix, 3 tablespoons of lime-flavored gelatin, 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of canola oil, and 3 large eggs in a large bowl. Beat with an electric mixture on medium speed until well blended, about 2 minutes. Pour batter evenly into 3 8-inch round cake pans. Bake at 350 for about 15 minutes. Cool the cake layers in pans for about 15 minutes. Transfer cake layers from pans to a cooling rack and cool completely for about 45 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the tequila syrup. Combine 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of water in a small saucepan. Bring to a boil over high, whisking constantly until the sugar is dissolved. Remove from heat. Cool completely about 20 minutes, and then stir in 2 ounces of Blanco tequila. Prepare the icing. Place 1 1/2 cups of softened butter and 8 ounces of cream cheese in the bowl of an electric stand mixer, and beat on medium speed until smooth and fluffy, about 2 minutes. Slowly add 3 pounds of powdered sugar and beat on low speed until fully incorporated. Add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/2 cup of bottled margarita mix, 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, and 3 drops of green food coloring. Beat until icing is smooth and fluffy and food coloring is fully incorporated. Reserve 1/4 cup of icing. Assemble the cake 1 layer at a time, brushing each layer with tequila syrup before adding icing. Spread icing between layers and on top of sides of cake. Stir in another 2 drops of green food coloring into the reserved icing and spread on the sides of cake into a unique design. Spread store-bought lime curd on top of the cake, leaving a 1-inch border. Garnish with lime wedges, sea salt, sparkling sugar, and a straw. Cheers!
This cake is great because you get a little zing from that lime, but you also get the sweetness in the icing, plus you get all that really fun color with the food coloring.
But if the world was ending, you come over right.
That was a snippet of JP Saxe's single, If the World Was Ending, from his debut EP called Hold It Together. And if you notice that the title of the song feels a little more relevant than usual right now, you are not alone. Even JP admits it. We'll get to that in a minute, but first, JP celebrated his 27th birthday last week while in self-isolation with his girlfriend and duet partner, Julia Michaels. He tells me how they celebrated indoors and what they've been up to since they started social distancing.
We kind of just kicked it around the house. You know, both of us have reasonably crazy lives. So despite the, horrifying circumstances globally, the opportunity to spend some time just alone together we're making the most of.
And she tweeted that you two were going to work on a Christmas album. So is that happening? What's the update?
I think we needed to get creative of how we found some jolliness in our days. So we messed around with some Christmas songs.
Okay. What kind of Christmas songs? Are we talking covers? Some new songs that you're writing?
We wrote some songs. We'll see what happens, but there's fun. It made for a great day.
That's awesome. I mean, obviously, this is a time where if you're isolating with somebody, you're getting to spend a lot of time with them. You're learning more about them at a faster rate than you would have normally. What's something you've learned about her in this time of isolation that maybe you didn't know before?
I think we're both realizing just the extent of how silly we are. I think we both knew that we were dating dorks, but now we really know. Because, you know, when you lose your mind a little bit, you either go crazy in frightening ways, you go crazy in silly ways. So we're leaning into the silly.
Creating Christmas songs together while in self-isolation wouldn't be the first time they made music together. They did a beautiful job on If the World Was Ending, and I talked with JP about how the song relates to what the world is going through today.
I've been adamant that that song does not promote texting of exes, anti-texting of exes, but, you know, I've heard some stories about it inspiring people maybe to reach out to a parent that they've been disconnected from, or a family member, and just feeling like, you know, those tensions that can build up over years and years in a moment like this, if you want to be talking to that person, those problems maybe seem a little bit smaller. And I've heard a lot of stories like that. You know, that's really rewarding.
JP was also looking forward to his Hold It Together tour, which would be his first headlining tour and was set to kick off in May. But with things getting canceled and shutting down due to the coronavirus pandemic, we asked JP if the show would still go on.
It's definitely going to be changing. I don't know to what extent. A lot of the dates, maybe all of them, maybe not all of them, we don't have it all sorted out yet. I think everyone in the music industry is just kind of scrambling to get everything together right now. So we don't have all those details yet, but we're trying, we're working on it every day, and I'm going to keep fans updated as those dates get themselves sorted out.
Yeah, when the tour finally does kick off, what's the main mood or feeling that you want fans to have when they come to one of your shows?
The feeling I want them to have, well, I'm going to be up on stage oversharing and going through these songs that connect to different parts of my life, and me, in most cases, just kind of sitting alone with myself and trying to get to the bottom of feelings. So what I love about the shows is I think people come wanting to have the personal experience that they have with those songs collectively. And it's really rewarding for me to see these songs that do feel so personal become a collective experience and getting to sing them with, you know, a room full of people together. So I hope people just show up ready to be open and, you know, laugh more at themselves than maybe they expect. I don't think feelings have to come one at a time. I really believe that, like, in our saddest moments, we still find ways to laugh. And in our most joyful moments, sometimes there's even some nostalgic sadness connected to them. So I like the songs to have that, you know, have that emotional spectrum. And I think that's what the shows can feel like too.
Absolutely. And we did a little digging on your Instagram. I think you posted it in September, but there's a video of you dancing when you were really little, I think 6.
They all tell me how they fell for a song that I wrote for you.
Are we going to see those dance moves on the tour?
Unfortunately, I've become significantly worse a dancer since I was 6. It's like less about ability and more about self-consciousness. But if I can work on maintaining the confidence that I had as a 6-year-old, I will definitely bring out some of those dance moves.
Yeah, so what's the go-to dance move if you have to at a wedding or a dance circle? Do you have one?
Yeah, it's this like look off to the left and shake my knee kind of move.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a video pending of me doing that particular dance move at heritage sites all over the world.
And speaking of touring, I had to know which artist JP would love to tour with the most. Take a look.
Adele.
Yeah.
I would love to write with and/or tour with Adele. I really want to work with Lea Michele this year. I want to work with Sam Smith this year. I've always wanted to work with John Legend.
Wow, you got a great list.
I got a lot of time to think about this stuff.
Yeah. Have you? Okay, I'm obsessed with Adele. Have you met her or got to talk to her before?
Oh, have you?
No, I haven't.
No, me neither. Someday.
If you run into her, what's the first thing you're going to say to her?
Bye. Something like that. It'll be entirely awkward and painful and something that I will likely look back on with embarrassment for the rest of my life.
JP Saxe's debut EP, Hold It Together, is out now. Be sure to check it out. And for more updates on his Hold It Together tour, follow JP on Instagram at JP Saxe.
All right, guys, today we are staying at home with Lea Michele. She is all about finding peace during these challenging times. She's taking us along for the ride, even sharing some tips with us on what is working for her and how she structures her day.
She starts her day with a smoothie. She puts in almond milk, protein powder, avocado, spinach, and blueberries, all blended together to get some good vitamins and nutrients. Sounds really yummy. Then it's time for what Lea thinks is the most important part of her day. Take a look.
I think being outside right now is the most important. So once I make my shake, I bring my laptop outside and I get some work done. And I breathe in some fresh air and it feels really good.
Yeah, honestly, during this whole quarantine time, just stepping outside for a quick walk around the block, just a little fresh air changes your mental game so much. Lea also meditates for 15 minutes in the afternoon because taking care of your mind during this time is so important, as she says. Next is a little self-care time in the form of a face mask. She's using a full sheet mask here, in case you wanted to know. It looks
Jeremy, have you been using some face masks for your skin?
I haven't. I have them upstairs. I've been doing like my regular routine with a little scrub and then some cleanser and then some lotion.
There you go. All right, another important tip that Lea shared with us is to connect with family and friends every day. So Lea and her mother FaceTime with Lea's father at least twice a day while they're separated during this time. Lea ends her day with some Netflix in bed, which I'm sure a lot of us can relate to, and a friendly reminder to everyone to stay home and stay safe.
You can catch the full episode of Staying Home with Lea Michele on PeopleTV. All right, guys, coming up tomorrow, The Bachelor's Colton Underwood joins us. He has a new book, and we're getting an update on how he's doing after being diagnosed with the coronavirus.
Plus, we are joined by certified sexologist and intimacy coach, Shan Buderam. She's sharing tips for couples on how to handle being hunkered down at home together. A lot of fun. Jeremy, you had a blast, right?
I did. A lot of good tips in there. You'll have to watch.
All right, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow.